Hello, Tom.
Hello.
How are you doing on this fine evening?
Pretty okay. How are you?
Pretty. I'm kind of sad to hear that. Actually, I was hoping you'd be doing.
All the better for hearing from you.
Ah, I like it. And the same to you, my good chap. We're now
Damn.
almost. I think we're 26 episodes in now, and I think I can bear you for extended periods of time now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That to happen someday.
This is progress. So, it's like, for some reason, April is the busiest month we've had all year. Yeah, right? We had Arizona Baby drop, King Gizzard drop, Rico Nasty drops, then like Euro Drew drops, like, and then the
Lizzo.
Oh yeah,
Pat,
yeah.
we already did.
Yeah,
God damn.
and then there's more to come. It's for some reason April appears to be really busy, but okay, we've picked out some that we've managed to kind of sift through, find some that we really want to talk about. So it's a triple bill this week because it's been a heavy month. So you're getting in a treat of 3 albums, and next week we're gonna do 2 more. So Kevin is coming, but Kevin isn't on this week. But
Hang tight, dude.
hang tight. This week we're going to be talking about anger management by the ever interesting Rico Nasty
And Kenny.
And Kenny. A white man.
What?
Kenny Beats. He's a white man. Didn't you know?
If I knew that, I wouldn't have listened to it.
Then we're going to talk about Fishing for Fishies by the Australian psychedelic rock group.
And Kenny.
No.
Is he not there?
No. This is King Gizzard. There's some fun characters in it, but no Kenny, as far as I know. Then we're going to talk about CrasH Talk by Schoolboy Q. And then we're going to talk about Cellophane by FKA Twigs, the first single she's dropped for several years.
4 years.
It's a long bloody time. So
Let's go.
Let's get to it. Anger Management, Rico Nasty,
It's hard to manage anger.
2019. Anger is the most powerful of all the emotions. It can take hold very quickly and destroy just as fast. That's why it must be managed. And this is why you should listen to Anger Management by Rico Nasty, a self-help tape which Rico Nasty has released. Yeah, it's
pretty nice.
It's pretty good. I thought it was actually stupendous at helping me manage my anger. I've learned several anger management techniques since listening to this, such as venting my anger by signing big titties. So let's go.
And rapping on Jay-Z samples.
Produced by none other than Kenny Beats. A white man? I still don't believe that. But okay.
Allegedly.
Well,
we kick off with Cold.
I love this. I really love this, man. I love this video game intro it has. This is I'm calling it. This is the hardest beat. I think it's harder than Rage. Well, actually, no, it's maybe not as hard. It's as hard as Rage, but like, it has better rhythm than Rage. It's so bloody mean. Her bars are mean. This bass is a lethal weapon. It is vicious.
I don't think anything's better than Rage.
Vicious. I think Cold is better than Rage. I'd rather be cold than full of rage. No, that's a lie. I'd rather be full of rage. I don't want to be cold. But the bar, like, no, this bitch is cold as me. The hook,
just screeching.
Good.
Top of her lungs.
Yeah, it's so good. it really sets the tone well, and it totally like it just knocks you off your feet, man. I didn't think this was gonna come. Like, this is amazing as far as openers go. You agree? Or
Yeah, it's hard.
then we've got cheat code, which is
I thought it was harder actually.
It's more chaotic and it's even more of a violent beat. Rico goes really hard, but I think Cold is better because sometimes I can't even. I find it very difficult to tell what Rico's even saying. I think maybe it's down to the mix or it's just slurring a bit. But like, I prefer Cold. Cold feels like it's better composed in that sense. Cheat Code's pretty fucking dope though. But then it's like Hayden.
Oh wait, I'd like to shout out Bauer,
Yeah,
who's dance producer, is on this song and Big Titties as well. And I think they're for me the wildest beats. And I think Cheat Code or Big Titties are probably my favourite in the end.
I think Big Titties is my favorite.
But it built up ahead of steam, and then I think it killed it a little bit with Hating.
I'll give you that. I mean, it does have one of the. I think it does have the funniest bar on the thing, which is like, I got bitches on my dick and I even got a dick. Like, I think that's pretty cool. It's just talking about feeling like a boss bitch the whole time. That's
all well and good, but I don't like essentially the bass boosted version of Jay-Z's "Dirt Off Your Shoulder."
Okay, that's fair enough. I like although, yeah, the beat isn't the best. The instrumental isn't the best. I just really like her bars about it, and I really like her attitude in the whole thing. I mean, she does have this. She has this whole vibe of just kind of arrogance, self-assuredness, but it's just like power, you know. And she's just wrapping it up being very powerful and being a boss bitch. I thought that was pretty dope. You know, there's not enough femcs who are kind of like that, especially not so outspoken, I guess, as Rico Nasty. Just in like how she raps, she just does not care. It seems. Pretty cool. It's pretty refreshing. That's what I like about her the most. She's a true character.
But then we got Kenny and Bauer again, this time with Earth Gang as well.
Oh, I loved the Earth Gang feature, man.
And I gotta say, considering I was so rude about them last time, this was much more like it. Johnny Venus comes in, he's just crazy.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Dot, bit meh. But man, the opener was just
Earth Gang is great. Earth Gang are a great pick for this track as well because this is such a bouncy, energetic beat, and this bass is lighter to suit this more kind of absurd and playful track. And Earth Gang with they have Artificial. That track has another very bouncy, energetic beat, and they're just bouncing along with it, and it's very, very nice. They're a perfect choice for this, in my opinion.
The hook's great. The feature's great. The beat's great.
It's true.
Rico Nasty's
Rico is not.
Verse was good. I mean,
Rico actually signs people's boobs at concerts. It's like what she does. She gets people asking her to do it, so she does it like a rock.
It's a true story.
It is a true story, and I thought that was pretty funny. It's just like pretty absurd as far as hooks go. They're relative, which I feel it has the drop into the beat is excellent. I think it's the best one. It drops in with a very nice rolling start, and Rico's flow here is very cool. It's smooth over the beat, whilst it's not staccato, but she very heavily emphasizes every syllable, and it's very nice. It has this nice hit to every word. And it has this nice kind of jazzy instrumental. I thought that was very nice, but it is different. This is taking it.
The Nasty News skit is the breakup between the really fast start and the slower final tracks. Yeah,
as you said, you had something very interesting to say about it. That Rico said about it, which I thought kind of cut to the core of the project, Tom?
Oh, the fact that it plays like a fit of rage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he comes in so hard, and then as you go through, you start to see sense a bit more. You calm down.
Yeah. And it's
that starts here with Relative with Harry Fraud on co-production.
Yep. And then did you like it, Tom? Actually, wait.
Yeah,
What do you
this
think
one was
about
good.
this? And what do you think about how it plays out? If you didn't know that before you knew that it was designed that way, what did you think?
Well, I thought that there was obvious stylistic change after the nasty news, and I still don't like the last two songs.
I don't like Sellout. I don't mind again though.
Actually, last three songs. Sorry.
Oh, what's the third one?
Mood, man.
Oh, I didn't like that at all. Nah, Mood was a letdown.
Mood was just I mean, I quite like what Rico was trying to do, but the beat was actually pretty crappy.
Mm-hmm.
And the splurge feature was awful.
Yeah, it really was.
Cello, I thought, was probably the best of the final three, but I didn't like it that much. And I just didn't like it at all.
I like the kind of jamming instruments that I had going on. It's a decent hook, and I appreciated that Rico has some. She harmonizes over her own voice on it. I thought that was nice. She's kind of rap singing. It's a nice message, but like.
Well, funny enough, before she met with Kenny Beats, this was the kind of music she was making.
Huh. I've tried listening to her earlier stuff, but it hasn't got the same kind of vibe.
It's nothing like it at all. It's like two different artists.
Big time. And again, the closer, it's well produced, but yeah, the thing, like, because it has that after Nasty News, like as you said, it changes, it more seeing sense, and it's more subdued. Like you finish this project in such a different place as to where you started, and it happens so quickly because it is only 18 minutes long. I mean, it's good. I think that's testament to how well they've composed the entire project, with it being so compact, and there's only one dud on it. But it really could have done with more of these hard bangers, more cold, more cheat code, more big titties, fewer mood, and Sellout Relative.
Mood is not a mood.
Mood is not a mood, and that is a mood. But yeah, I think it wasn't what I was. The first half was exactly what I was hoping for. The second half took me by surprise. But with the context of this news, of like it being designed this way, it kind of changes how I feel about it. But still, like, it's not what I was hoping for. When Rico said she was doing a project with Kenny again, I was hoping for like Rage times up like 20 or times 10, you know?
20, I think that would have given you a bit of a headache.
Yeah, but like 10 songs similar to Rage. That would have been pretty good. Imagine if the first half was it and it was an EP, you know?
Yeah, I think I understand why they did it, obviously, with the concept, and that you have to show a bit of versatility. You don't want to be just a shouty, just be known just for shouting on songs.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Equally,
it is her
could
MO.
have been done a bit better.
I feel like after her last album, her like shouting over stuff has just become her MO now, and well, I don't know. I don't want that to sound like a negative thing. I really like what she does, and I appreciate her versatility here. But I was really hoping for a short, sweet project. I mean, this is a short, sweet project, but I was hoping it to be consistently just hard, the whole way through, and it wasn't that. It was hard half of the album, and the second half was more introspective. Besides Mood, which can just bugger off, it should be on there. It doesn't even work in the context of like the second half.
Well, the beat doesn't at all. It was
No.
like something she should be shouting on.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Actually, it doesn't really sound like something she should be on at all, I don't think. But anyway,
That
being said,
Anger Management is by no means a poor project. It is a stellar project from... she's still kind of up and coming, Rico Nasty. She still
should be on Double XL this year.
Yeah, and she should have a very good freestyle. I'm hoping for, and she's a real character. She's gonna go places, definitely. And yeah, I'm giving this project a 7 though, because like the first half is exactly what I wanted. The second half really wasn't where I wanted it to go, but the first half is pretty special.
Oh, I had no problem with Relative.
No, I didn't have a problem with Relative. It's just like Set Out and Again. They're not bad songs. It's a 7 and an 8 for me, but it's not a 9 or a 10, which is what I was hoping to give it.
I think it's 7 as well.
But I don't want to sound like I'm being too harsh on it. I really like this project. I just it wasn't what I was expecting. That's all. But I was pleasantly surprised by Relative. So okay. I'm just awaiting the next one. Like, I don't know how long they took to bring this out, but something like this should be able to be brought out pretty frequently throughout the year.
Mm.
And I'm hoping for another one this year. I'm calling it. It's going to happen. Later in the year, maybe around summer, September time. I think
we'll have to wait and see.
I'm locking it in. Okay. Now we're going to talk about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Fishing for Fishies.
Is this an environmental album?
That's what I was wondering about as well, because the first song is exactly about that. It's about fishing.
I swear all the songs are like that.
Yeah, Plastic Boogies. Maybe the Cruel Millennial is. Maybe Bill's not real.
I think they all are, but anyway.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that an album called Fishing for Fishies came out at the same time that Going Fishing with the Boys became...
Yeah. No, I agree. I wonder if that actually I wonder if they're correlated in any way, or if it's just complete randomness. But yeah, it seems like a thing that King Gizzard would kind of would like make a play along with the meme about fishing. They kind of strike me as the kind of guys who go fishing with the boys there as well.
Who wouldn't in their right mind?
Exactly. I really like the album artwork as well. Just this robot fishing for fishies in a sea of fire, and I kind of imagine the robot to be Boogeyman Sam. But okay, is this the first King Gizzard project you've listened to, Tom?
I listened to the jazz one.
Was that Quarters or the one with Mile High Club? Or was
I think it was the latter.
I haven't listened to that album properly, but they've dropped some really great draggy tracks in the past. It's like Quarters, the song River. That album is just like 4 songs long. Each song's like 10 minutes. The River is a really, really great jazz groove, and it's a fan favorite. They play it at all of their gigs, or a lot of them. Then there's Changes. No, and there's another great song from Paper Mache Dream Balloon, which is an entirely acoustic album. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard are a very successful, critically acclaimed psychedelic rock album. They played, I'd say they played a decently big role in this revival of like neo psychedelic rock that's happened in the past, in the 2010s. With they dropped Oddments, and then it dropped, I think, 12 Bar Brews. But their third album, I believe, I'm in Your Mind Fuzz was a hit on YouTube. It has so many views on YouTube, and that really set them off. There's some great tracks on that, like Cellophane, and it's that whole track kind of. They do a similar thing with this. That whole album, they set up a riff in like the start. The first 4 songs are a medley. They go from one into the other seamlessly, and they always come back to the same riff, and they come back to the same riff all the way through the album. It's very, very, very nicely all sewn together, just like callback to a previous episode, one of the first ones, Dark Side of the Moon is. They set up that riff on the first track, and they keep on coming back to it. They keep on calling back to it. It's a great way of tying together the entire project, having a proper concept. And like, I think they've done this with this. They set up a riff in Fishing for Fishies, and also Boogeyman Sam, and they come back to it on a few other songs, and it's really good. And I agree with you. I think there's some very there's a lot. It feels like there's references to environmentalism throughout it. I think it's pretty cool. It feels like after their last album, they did like 5 albums in 1 year. Obviously, some of them weren't that good. Some of them weren't as good as others. Gumboot Soup was the last one that they dropped when they did the 5 in 1 year, and it was pretty decently well, but I think it was lukewarm. It wasn't their best work, and I feel this is more of a return to form. So
okay,
yeah.
I mean, you got songs like Fishing for Fishies, Bird Song, which is all about the animals.
Hell yeah.
Rights for animals.
Fishing Fishies has this wonderful feeling. Pardon me. It has this great feel-good vibe of the whole thing. It has this twinkling guitar, these funny kind of childlike lyrics about fishing for fishies, but I don't want to catch any. Like, he just puts the fishies back. You know, I think it has this lovely like guitar lick over it, and it's just really charming. It was the second single that dropped. The first one was Boogeyman Sam, I believe.
No, Cy Boogie.
No, Side Boogie. Yeah, but like, okay, we'll get to it. Okay.
What a song.
Okay. What do you think of Fishing Fishies?
Man, the guitars were good. The message was good, but for some reason, I really didn't like the drums.
Oh, they have 2 drummers. Maybe like, did you find it difficult to hone in on like one of them, or?
No, I just thought they were really awkward.
That's fair enough.
And
I didn't
the
like
vocals were annoying as well.
I kind of get that. After a while, they got a bit grating, but like they use those effects all the time on the vocals. It has its own charm to it. I think it has this really nice kind of vibe to it. Boogeyman Sam, I kind of love how it flips into this bluesy groove from the start. It's not my favorite track, but it's a nice kind of bluesy track. Doesn't feel like anything special though. But then again, like, I don't know if they were going for this robot is fishing for the fishies, and his Boogeyman Sam is a robot, but it does have this kind of panicky feel to it. Where I don't know, that's something I felt. Did you get that vibe at all?
I didn't really have a lot to say about this song.
That's fine. Would you rather talk about the bird song, Tom?
I mean, I like the bird song sound. If you didn't listen to the lyrics, because I thought the lyrics were really dumb, but like all the instrumentation was very lovely.
Yeah, This with a lot of their albums, they have very, very nice instrumentation.
But like singing, what does the trees think of a house? What do the birds think of a plane? You know?
Yeah,
It's just a bit
pretty hippie.
It's not really food for thought, is it?
It's I don't know. There's a bit of food for thought there. There's at least a nibble, you know. I think I really like the harp that was on this, but it just feels like it's all fun. It's all fun and games on this album. I like that. It just has this very kind of light-hearted feel to it. Plastic Boogie is another bluesy number.
Man, this bass line! Whoa!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has this kind of it feels like it's tongue in cheek whilst also rocking like pretty damn hard. And I really love the ambient crowd noises which are throughout as well. I really like this, man.
And I also like the anti-wastage message behind this song.
We gotta clean the oceans. Get rid of the plastic.
Stop wrapping everything.
Exactly. Then there's the Cruel Millennial. And here's it. The chords in this track are very much in the same vein as the previous tracks. And it has this I started to realize that there's this sonic idea flowing through most of the album, and it's being like kind of sewn together. And Boogeyman's sound comes back in again, even later in. So they're kind of reading back into the previous songs and sewing it all together. It's very nice. I like that. Real's Not Real. I love the chorus on this. Like, your reals, not real. Pretty dope. This is what I was like really hoping for from them. This kind of all-encompassing bass and drums, this guitar, which is it's like jazzy and has this very nice riff, and it kind of switches then into a smooth piano beat, and it has a great chorus, and it's great hard rock that I was really hoping from them.
I think this song's about global warming, but I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, no, I kind of get that as well. Like the people who kind of deny it and say it's not real. Well,
yeah,
they're real. It's not real.
Donald Trump.
Oh, it's the Tinton podcast making a political statement.
And then you got this thing, which was another good song.
Yeah. Oh, did
And
you
I
notice
thought
the flute bridge?
No.
Oh no, there's a flute bridge. Like Stu, the lead singer, and one of the guitarists they have also plays the flute, and in like live shows, he just breaks out his flute and starts playing along with the tracks. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's
another good song.
Yeah. The guitar's a bit abrasive on here, and there's a vibraphone as well. I kind of got. And yeah, and later in the outro, there's acoustic guitar and some more spacey sound effects, which ties very nicely into the final 3 tracks. See, like, it kind of feels like it's all about nature for the most part, and then it kind of goes into, like, more more synthy music, more technology, revolving around technology. And I don't know if that's what it's trying to make a statement on it, but the ending of this thing into, is it Akani or Akarine?
No idea.
And then into Cybergy, they work really well together. The next track, which is kind of where it shifts, is it's all building and building and building, and abruptly it switches into this this soaring synth, which which reminds me of On the Run from Dark Side of the Moon. They both have this very like synth led. They're both synth led. They have this driving beat, and they're nice kind of extended bridges, I guess the songs go. And it leads really nicely into Cybergy, I feel, which you're very passionate about, Tom. You've been singing the praise of Cybergy incessantly.
How could you not?
It really rubbed you the wrong way the first time.
It's a nice dance song.
I did not get it when it first came out. I thought they dropped it for a joke. It was like they've done psychedelic rock. That's their thing, and they dropped this full synth thing with these kind of jarring robotic vocals, and it feels removed from the previous songs, but having kind of cogitated on the album a bit more. I've turned around a bit. I kind of like it now. Yeah. Why do you like it so much, Tom?
I thought it was a good song.
Okay.
But I didn't like the... Oh, sorry, I think the outro is just the best bit.
Yeah, I'll give
when the instrumentation sort of comes down a bit, it just goes side boogie. That's what it's all about.
Hell yeah! And what are you gonna rate it? Tom's first King Gizzard review.
Is a 6.
I was thinking of giving it a 6 actually, but when I thought about it and how they kind of sew it all together a bit more, it feels more like it feels more together, and I feel like there's a lot of work that went into it. So I'm giving it a 7. But Side Boogie it leaves a bit of a sad taste in my mouth. And so some of these tracks they're similar to their previous tracks, but they're just not as good as some of their best tracks. So this is a 7.
It was just nice while it was on. Nothing special apart from the Plastic Boogie riff. Yeah.
I want them to drop Nonagon Infinity 2. That's what I want. I think it's a masterpiece. But okay, now we're going on to CrasH Talk by Schoolboy Q. The third one of this triple bill.
CrasH Talk, take 1. Does
that
sound like it?
That sounded perfect, Tom. I thought I was like on a Skype called Schoolboy Q for a second. Okay, what I was talking about before the podcast, Schoolboy Q is like, I like Oxymoron. Don't get me wrong. There's some good songs in it.
You're about to shit on Blank Face LP.
No, I just don't think like Schoolboy Q's as good as some of his contemporaries. That's all. But then again, on CrasH Talk, he really did surprise me in some parts. You know, he surpassed my expectations of what I had from Oxymoron, which I don't know. It just seems like he's kind of similar to Kendrick, but not as good. But then CrasH Talk feels like it's more doing its own thing, and there's some pretty great tracks on this, man, but also some pretty bad ones. We were saying before the podcast, if anything, if there's one word to describe this project, it's volatility. The highs are high, the lows are pretty freaking low, and they're worth skipping. I'm
pretty sure I've never used that word in my life, but let's get going.
Yeah.
This is 4th album. Everyone says this is 5th, including him, but I don't know what the first one was. If that's not the case, if that is the case. You got Habits, which was pretty alright. Oxymoron, amazing. Blank Face LP, a bit similar to this one, I'd say. It bounces up and down like a 6/4 Impala.
Is that okay? Yep.
But anyway, this starts off very well, actually.
Yes, it
gang.
Gang. It has this great dark tone. These gloomy and cold. It's a bit ominous. These bars about gang stuff, you know, AKs, head reps, and like swollen lips, and like it feels kind of I don't know. A haiku isn't the right way of describing it, but the lyrics feel like some kind of really abstract poem, you know? How he's just like these symbols of gang culture and gang life and the gang like lifestyle.
Gang.
I thought that was really jarring and pretty like great. And it was a really good opener. I really liked it. It
set a scene.
Definitely. And it set the scene pretty immaculately. I really like Gang. I really, really like it, man.
And that transition into Tails.
Sequenced beautifully. Really nice. From the end of a gunshot. You know? That's pretty dope. And then these snares, kind of this snare rap that happens along the track. It sounds almost like a machine gun. It's pretty great. Again, keeping there's some great quality at the start. You know, great run of songs.
Tales, produced by DJ Dahi. That will not be the first time you hear me say that. He did 6 of the songs on here.
Are there any notable predicts that he's been on there? I or the listeners may have heard.
I think he did. What was the Kendrick one? He did Money Trees, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, damn. Okay.
He's done a few other ones.
Yeah.
Pretty prolific. He did a lot by 21 Savage as well.
Mhm.
He was all over Damn.
Yeah, that's one thing. I got some kind of. I felt this had some similarities to Damn. Like that part at the start when Gang Gang is sequenced via a gunshot into Tails sounded like the end of Duckworth on Damn.
Yeah, a little bit. And this one, similar themes here.
Yeah.
But this one's a bit more nostalgic, I thought, talking about his childhood and his neighborhood and the homies, that he was going to go to a better school, but he didn't go because his homies couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But then there's some other things, like if it kind of feels like he's just justifying where he went in life, saying like there's reasons X, Y, Z for why I didn't do this, and I thought that was nice. It's kind of autobiographical. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
But then we hit the first bump of the album.
Num Num Juice.
No, Chopsticks.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even write about it. You know.
I mean, maybe that's for the best.
Yeah, it came out. I talked about it with Sam. Sam didn't listen to it. I listened to it, and it's nothing special, really.
I think it's very much below par. I mean, the verses are pretty awful.
And it's
Travis Scott just says one word, and this is the worst thing DJ Dahi does on the album.
But this is the same guy, Travis Scott, who dropped Astro World last year. You know?
And he's just released so many trash features since then. It's a bit bizarre.
Oh, actually, I have a scoop for you. This is we're going off script here, but I watched this video. Someone says, and apparently they've researched it, but someone believes very strongly that Travis Scott is an industry plant.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a bombshell or not. But that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't know. What the frick is up with Chopsticks, man? I was hoping for much better from this.
I don't know. Let's just not talk about it anymore.
Let's skip over and talk about a much better track. No, Num Num Juice. Hell yeah.
Talked about it before. It's still good.
Still bumping.
It would have been better if Chopsticks wasn't there. I think it would have transitioned a lot better.
Yeah. Chopsticks takes the tempo very down, and then Num Num Juice goes straight back up again, as well as with the quality.
I mean, the beat's just basics, which still is a bit frustrating, because I think Schoolboy Q's rapping's probably at its best on this song. And just the way the flows keep switching up, it's nice. Yeah. But I think the sequencing of this album was really weird, because then it goes slowed down again
to
on
drop.
The next song. After CrasH Talk Takes 2, as the voice thing says, although I don't know what the reason for that was, because there's not really a particular sound in each area or anything.
Yeah. I
noted it down anyway.
Num Num Juice fits really, really well into the dark tone of the album. I mean, it has this great groove, and it's the melody which really stands out to me. It kind of has this, I don't know, it feels, melancholy isn't the right word, but it feels kind of sad in a way. Like, I can't quite word it. I'm not eloquent enough. But damn, man, it fits even better in with the album. It's great. Is Drunk the next track, or have I skipped? No, Drunk.
Yeah, Drunk is next.
What are your thoughts, Tom?
I mean, it's obviously trying to make you feel like you are drunk, but I mean, first off, the beat, DJ Dahi and Soundwave, I thought that was really good, and I thought that and the hook really worked because it just kept on chopping between all these voices. There was this female voice, then there was this female voice and Kid Cudi, then there was Schoolboy Q's voice, then it was Schoolboy Q and Kendrick Lamar sort of shouting, and then the hook, and then the verses came in, and again they were okay, but I don't think it shot quite for what it was aiming for. I think he's done it before better on songs on Oxymoron, and I also thought that the Black feature was pointless, but as I'm not a fan of Black, I was fine by that.
Yeah,
it was nice and short.
I agree with you in that Black doesn't really bring anything to the table, but
maybe the most boring singer out right now.
The part, like, for the most part, I got this kind of vibe that because there was some nice like reverb on this, and it almost felt a bit spacey. And in that sense, I feel like you said it's trying to make you feel like you're drunk. I'd argue that it's making you feel like you're inside Q's head when he's drunk.
Maybe.
I
think also the fact that the song's slow and all these verses and the hooks are all slow. I think that definitely.
Yeah.
You're meant to be feeling drunk here.
Yeah. It's pretty good though. I don't think it's one of the bad tracks. It's one of my more favorite tracks. But it's followed up by like another like sharp dipping quality. Like what is happening here with Live?
Is there anything more petty than a song in which Schoolboy Q and YG moan about being lied about?
No.
I mean, these guys are meant to be gangster rappers. They're like, you lied about me.
Exactly. You're rapping about, I mean, gang, AKs, head raps.
You lied.
I mean, surely you should just do a drive-by.
Yeah.
That seems like a sound logic.
One saving grace, though, the final line on YG's verse, where he references Gucci Mane throwing that girl out of a car and said that he'll do that to her.
What?
That's why he was in prison for so long, because he got found guilty for that while he was in jail.
Why did he throw a girl out of a car?
I don't know. He's a man. He's a madman.
He is a bit of a madman. My God. Okay. Right. Maybe it'll be in his autobiography.
Maybe.
That audiobook is coming, by the way. It's on the back burner for now.
It's gonna be sweet.
It's gonna be pretty Gucci.
Gucci's got some stories.
Oh, yes, he does. And he likes to spin a yarn in the book. But anyway,
I don't think the quality goes up by much on the next song.
No, but it does feel like it's more back
5200
with this kind of dark and oppressive atmosphere. There's this really, really good bar about I think it might be the hook. Yeah, it was as like this music swells, he raps, "I'm counting dead motherfuckers putting bodies in a cell," and then there's some very savage.
No, I've been counting dead men putting bodies in a safe, as in he's been counting dead presidents, put them in the safe, counting money.
Oh no! Oh, I misheard that. My bad. I also can't read my writing. That doesn't excuse it. Okay, well, I thought it was this harrowing bar about watching people who were soon to die putting bodies in a cell. I thought that was a good bar.
It was a good bar.
It's still not a bad bar, but it's not what I thought it was. Nah. The version in my head was better. The triplet flows which follow it are still great though, and violent, and it's a pretty impressive track. But
I'm not feeling it that much. And I think the same can also be said for Black Folk.
Black Folk. Well, here's the thing. Like, it's another more spacey track. It kind of takes a step back. It's these nice vibes, and it feels.
I also think it suits his style. This type of song.
No, he doesn't. This sounds like a Kendrick track. I'm being honest. It sounds more suited to him.
It had the same sample that Travis Scott used on Wasted at the beginning, but Travis Scott definitely used it better, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Another mess song.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Then we have Floating.
This is more like it. This
Yeah.
is what we want. This is what the people want. The grimy piano that Cardo, underrated producer, brings. I think Schoolboy Q's laid back hook as well was nice, and it also really contrasts his lively verse in which he's practically screeching. Lines like, "I ain't gonna wife her too emotional. Now take this in and out like it's supposed to go."
Oh yeah.
And the way he ends his verse as well, just like, "I'm floating, hey." I thought that was really nice.
Yeah. Again, I've the kind of abrasive piano melody felt me good, and it's more of a violent track, and it's pretty cool.
And it's got 21 Savage gives an okay feature.
Yeah,
when he speeds his flow up, I think it gets a bit better.
It wasn't that memorable in my opinion, though.
No, I mean, I thought Q's verse was definitely better.
Yeah. I mean, here's one thing: is it better if a feature outshines the main event?
I think it's always best when they both do good performances.
Yeah. No, good point. Okay, Dangerous. This is, I think it's up there with Waters being like my favorite track on this, man. It has this very deep.
Spoiler alert, we haven't talked about Water yet.
Oh no! What have I done? You didn't hear that, audience. Anyway, yeah, Dangerous has this very deep, rich quality in the production. Okay. It has this ominous vibe from the get-go. These guitars and just there's nice like guitars, bass guitar, and then some more distorted guitars layered in. The drums are real drums. Well, it's a sample of like real drums. It's not synthetic drums. Like is it an 808? Is that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like it's like the swan song of the album, in my opinion. It really really impressed me. Dangerous. I really liked it.
Lovely Kid Cudi feature.
Yes.
Especially, I thought it was interesting that it was sort of just the guitar when he first comes in. Then Q's verse, and these like synths come in, then all the drums come in.
Yeah.
And then that instrumentation stays when Cudi does the second hook. And also, he gives us those heavenly hums that we all wanted.
It's like a warm blanket.
And then just as that ends, you get CrasH Talk Take 3. And then you probably the grimiest song on the whole damn album.
CrasH.
Die With 'Em.
Oh, Die With 'Em. Oh, here's the thing with Die With 'Em. It was the first track that I heard from the album.
Why?
Well, I couldn't find CrasH Talk on like when I was looking for the album. So I just found a playlist. Die With 'Em was the first track that came up, and it gave the worst first impression. I really didn't like it. I really didn't like Die With 'Em.
No, Die With 'Em.
I really like the more like conceptual tracks. Just do something more interesting, like Gang Gang. Like Die With 'Em just feels a bit run of the mill, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the bit in the hook where he keeps on saying that he's got this 40 on his lap and it makes him feel like he's God, so he can take lives.
Oh yeah.
But he just has the one thing I would say is he has the same flow throughout the whole song, which
you got to change it up a bit.
Bit redundant, especially considering he's the curator of a few flows that everyone uses now.
Really?
And Yeah, on things like Oxymoron.
Mm-hmm.
It's very inventive.
Okay. Okay.
But I would
I'll give it
agree
another
that
listen.
I prefer CrasH. This was definitely the best of the pre-album singles.
Really?
Drake's in-house producer, Boy Wonder, on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, he released it like a couple of days before the album.
Okay.
This was a much more introspective one with the second
I
verse aimed at
agree
his daughter.
wholeheartedly. Yeah.
But I like the lines, gotta hit the golf course for a peace of mind. And the bit about staying rich so you can avoid the bus.
Yeah. I really loved one of the bars later in like sometimes I crash and then why can't you see me crash? That's like those two. I think those are taken like midway through bars, but like that kind of hits the nail on the head with this kind of introspection that's going on. And there was a depth that I wasn't really expecting from it. It was very, very interesting. Yeah. Very good.
Straight into